What's up, man? This is Nathaniel. I'm your host of LOSKO Projects, and we got a real special guest right here. It's Jeff Landi. Thank you for coming on my show.
For sure.
This is the awkward issue. No, I'm just messing around.
Might be a little.
Might be a little awkward. But going back to Jeff, I watched him when I was a young kid. To me, he's one of the guys who like put it down in Sacramento for many years. Probably what, close to 20 years.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, but it depends on when the cutoff.
Oh, okay.
When's the cutoff?
I don't know when the cutoff is, but yeah, maybe 20 years. But he's been putting it down, and we're gonna go back to the beginning. You know, see like
still trying.
Yeah, your roots of where it all began. So, where were you raised, and how did you get into skateboarding?
For the most part, I was raised here in Sacramento. Okay. I grew up, my dad's side of the family is in a small Delta town, Rio Vista. Okay. So I spent a good chunk of my time in Rio Vista, and the majority of my time though here in Sacramento.
Oh, okay. So you were here for a while.
Yeah, we moved here when I was, my mom's family's from Sacramento, but we moved here back here when I was maybe 6 years old, something like that.
Oh, and then you're young when you came back here, okay.
Yeah, and then just, yeah, like I said, just bounced back and forth between Sacramento and Rio Vista.
Oh, sure, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really good skate park in Rio Vista now, by the way.
Ain't that the real big one that's there?
No, it's like all...
I thought it was like... Oh, yeah.
It's
right. A different one.
It's, I don't know how big it is, but it's like probably everything's probably under 4 feet.
Oh, shit, okay, so it's like a good mini.
Yeah, it's good though. It has a cool little bold section. Okay. It has these little speed bumps, so you can kind of pump around the whole park without pushing, but it still has a lot of like well-built street stuff too. Okay, so it's like a good. For me, it's a really good mix.
Good mixture, yeah. That's what I like. I like both because I'm getting older, so I'm like skating more bowls now than fucking street. Yeah. Because like when I was younger, I was hitting street like downtown and the Twin Towers and all that stuff. We'll get into that too. And I don't know. Now it's like every time I skate, I'm hurting a lot. Mm-hmm. My knees, you know, the old fucking knee skating, and just I'm just like, God damn, why can't you just like stop? But this is the age, man. It's catching
I don't hurt, but I just like I'm stiff. Like I can't bend over. You know?
Yeah.
Like everything's awkward.
He's like, fuck, I can't tie my shoes right or something after I skate. So.
Or you try a trick and your like belly gets in the way.
Yeah, my belly gets in the way right now. That's why I'm trying to lose weight. So there you go. Anyways, so the first time you saw skateboard or got into skateboarding?
I think. Well, I mean, honestly, as long as I can remember, we had a skateboard lying around. Oh, okay. But when we moved back to Sacramento, you know, I guess that was, you know, it's like mid 80s, 83, 84.
Okay. So you were in like the vert old school days.
Yeah, but a neighbor had a skateboard. Okay. And so an older neighbor, and he would let us use that. And I mean, that's really when I started getting interested in skateboarding. So probably like 6 or 7.
Oh, you were young, dude. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then my mom. I mean, this is like, I guess you can check the time on this, because the first skateboard that I got was a board that my mom bought for me, a Nash Executioner.
Oh, Nash, okay.
Yeah, I got it for Christmas, and it was fucking blown away.
Yeah, you're fucking hyped on it, huh?
Neon dragon, like it was.
Oh, is it like a dragon that goes like that? Is it?
Yeah, like a full.
Yeah, like full on dragon.
Okay, yeah, I don't have it anymore. I mean, I wish I had it. And then, you know, you fast forward. It's like Christmas time. And you fast forward to the summer, and I go spend the summer with my dad. And my dad, there was a windsurf shop in Rio Vista, and I got to kind of like build my own board, and I got a Bones Ripper.
Oh God, love it.
With indies and like whatever maybe like PAL 3s, if that makes sense.
Shit. Okay.
And the full kit, rail, skid plate, nose guard,
all the old school shit.
Yeah, I remember we picked it all out, and then I mean, this town at the time was probably like, you know, there's 2,500 people in the town or something.
Oh, so it's small
3,000 people. We picked it all out, and then they built it, and then they walked it over to the house.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
that's dope.
So that's.
That was like the start of your just skateboarding.
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah, and then there was a video store on the corner there in Rio Vista, and they had like, you know, the old PAL videos, like, you know, the Bones Brigade video show and that stuff, and then later like H Street videos and things like that. So that was kind of like,
that was like your spot where you got like influence to skate more, or just like
definitely, because like I would go there and skate, and it was really the only thing to do. And then they had this video store that had all these skate videos, and you know, like I think my first Thrasher is some 1985 from the grocery store in Rio Vista at the time. Nice. I think it was called Don Quicks.
So you were that was the start. Were you like a shop rat? Were you like there to watch all the time, or was you just?
No, you mean like the video store? I would just go rent it. I would go like I would drive. My dad would pick us up. We'd be there on a Friday night. I'd go straight to the video store, rent whatever I wanted for the weekend, and just like, you know, loop that, and then you just push around. You push around the neighborhood, and there's little driveway bumps and curbs and that kind of thing.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Some old friends from that era had a ramp in their backyard, and they're a little bit older than me, maybe in hindsight, not that much.
But now
they seemed old.
Seem old to you. So were you like having jump ramps like back in that day?
Yeah, but we wouldn't like make legit jump ramps. It would be like a piece of plywood with like, you know, 4 2x4s stacked at the end, and so it kind of like, you know, trampoline, more like a trampoline jump ramp.
But it was still a ramp.
We would make weird, just scrappy stuff like that, and
I would do that too.
Yeah,
I would make some crazy stuff.
Later in life, like we moved around a little bit, and I had maybe we moved out to Rosemont, and I had my mom bought a house in Rosemont, somewhere around, I don't know how old I was. Actually, I had no idea how old I was.
I can't remember that.
12 or 13. Okay. Something like that. And I had this, maybe I was like 11, 12, something like that. I had this, like, I don't know, 3 foot tall Snoopy change, you know, like a thing you put change in. I don't forget what those are called, like a piggy bank.
Piggy bank.
Yeah, but it was like a Snoopy bank.
Okay.
And my dad, you know, he's like, I'll match whatever you have in the thing to build a mini ramp.
Oh shit.
And so we built a mini ramp.
Okay.
I don't know.
From there is just...
That was really the only ramp I ever had. I mean, we built mini ramps after that, but like
how big was the mini? Was it like
it was like, it was 4 feet. Okay. It was 4 feet tall with 8 foot transitions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were like these just big old like and some weird coping, and but I think it was I want to say it was 16 feet wide.
Okay. Did you have regular coping or the PVC?
We had
just regular.
I don't remember. I know we for sure had regular at some point, but I don't remember if we started with PVC.
Okay.
We might have started with PVC just as like placeholder, and then like making my point that we needed metal or something, and then like we went.
I've never skated on PVC. I think I would. I think my big ass would probably like break PVC.
Oh yeah, cracked.
Yeah, when I was if you weigh
13-year-old ass.
Yeah, if you weigh, I always weighed a lot. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though. So
I mean, not I don't know if you weigh a lot or not.
I do weigh a lot. But mini ramp from those days, when you come to Sacramento, what like year you started skating in Sac more and like linking up with people? Like who'd you link up with first?
So how you mean like kind of so that happened in junior high. Junior high I went to Sutter Middle School.
Oh, I went there too.
And my good friend Domingo. And so I think Domingo's for sure the one that started taking me downtown first, and I think I was in I think it was 12, 13 years old was when we started. I was for sure 12. It was the summer that I was 12 years old, turning 13, that we started going downtown to skate.
Oh, okay. So
fully green.
Yeah. So that was you like skating down there like all the time? Just kept it.
Yeah, we skated. I mean, like every day,
And you skate at Sutter Middle School too? In the ledges?
Skated Sutter.
When you had all the ledges there?
Yep, all the ledges, both planter boxes.
Planter boxes, yeah.
Yep, and we skated Sutter and downtown, and I think like the moment we started, as soon as I started going downtown, that's what I did every day for I don't know how many years.
Can't remember that much.
No, but I mean, we would take you take the bus. I mean, once I started going to Sutter, I had a bus pass, right? Like, and so you have your bus pass on your skateboard, and I mean, a whole lot of freedom. Yeah, nice. I think I forget how much a taco at Taco Bell cost at the time, but it was like 59 cents.
59 cents, yeah.
Yeah.
It was hella cheap.
Yeah, so
I remember that.
Like for real, I would get like two $1 bills, $2 bills maybe from my mom, and that would last me for like a few days.
So you would
and
skate,
then with the bus pass,
you skate all day, then eat Taco Bell, then
everyone we would share sodas. Like someone would get a soda cup out of the garbage can, you know, like wash it out, or maybe someone would buy one, or someone would reach over the counter and grab one. But there'd be like 8 of us in Taco Bell or Carl's Jr. or whatever.
Like sharing one.
Yeah, just refilling this cup.
Yeah, one cup.
Yeah.
They can't say
if
nothing.
no one had any money, someone would just find one, and someone would take it.
Yeah, that was smart though.
Yeah.
Yeah, how to do what you gotta do.
Can't believe we all don't have fucking herpes just all over. Yeah.
From all the nasty people drinking. Yeah. That's crazy.
But yeah, so probably like 12, 13, and we would go down, go to mountain surf around 10 every morning. Everyone would meet up, and then we'd just go skate for the day. Whoever was around would go skate for the day.
Nice.
Somewhere in the mix there too, the grind came into play. I don't know what year that was. I do remember though hearing about the skate park, and I was at the for the summer at my dad's house, and we had a friend that had a pickup truck, and I think it was probably right around the same time, 12, 13, something like that. And he drove us all the way out to the park out on Watt, and they were still building it, putting it together. Okay. But I think I signed up that day. I think I somehow had what I needed, and like was like, here, like I'm ready to go as soon as this thing's ready to be up. So I love that place. I fucking love that place.
What year did you go to the grind?
Brett and those dudes were so good to everybody. No, it's before 94.
Before 94?
Yeah.
I don't know. The grind was my.
I was like 90.
Yeah, my sanctuary though.
Yeah.
The grind was my everything.
The first one, the original.
The second one.
The second one.
Second one in West Sac.
Yeah. No.
I would. My dad would drop me off, and he would come back in like 4 hours.
Yeah.
He'd just leave me there all day, dude. And I'll just be like fucking skating and watching everybody. Watched him. Watched every single person, and I would just be amazed, dude.
Yeah. Just
see how good and just at that point, I think in skateboarding, shit was really new still, as in trick wise.
Totally.
And people were just rifling shit off, and I was just like, you know, when Benihanas look cool, you know what I mean?
There was a lot of good energy too, and there was just so many, like especially with that place, at least for me, we had our crew downtown, and I know some of those guys were kind of plugged in with older generation, but I wasn't. So when I went to the grind is when I saw like all the skateboarders that were maybe a little bit, you know, older than me, had a little bit more history, and I mean, it was amazing.
I just remember.
So many of those guys were so
Mako, whatever his name.
Oh yeah, Mako. Hey, I remember when Mako first started coming downtown.
The first time I met him was the first day at the grind. You know what he said to me?
What?
You know how a little kid is.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about what's going on. It's kind of like they don't have that skateboard intuition yet. Yeah. I was just in the middle of the street course going back and forth. He goes, "Get the fuck out of the way!" And I get my board and I just go, okay. Yeah. That's how I met him. And then I was like, okay, that's the guy.
I love Mako. But a lot of the dudes, like in that era too, they could, are now too, I guess, but like older, so it doesn't ever, you know, not gonna tell me nothing. But
tell me.
You probably should, but I'm not gonna hear it.
Yeah. Goes out to one.
It would be tough like that, but I think also if you were really about skateboarding and they would guide you too. Yeah. You know, all of those guys, Mako included, they said were super welcoming. They might be kind of like a little, you know, harsh at times, but like it wasn't.
I wasn't the person to be really taught either.
Or maybe it wasn't a mean way, but it wasn't in a
it wasn't like a fucked up way. But I was just so shy that I didn't want to engage in any of them because they were older. Yeah. And I was in 4th grade.
Yeah, you were a little.
How old are you? I'm 35.
Oh yeah, you were like way younger.
Yeah, I was just sitting there and I would just watch all you guys and just shut my mouth. I would wait till they go up the stairs in the grind where the wooden bowl was upstairs. Yeah. I would go up there, and I think I was there when Chris Sen showed up. Yeah. And he fucking murdered that shit. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Toad, Sean Martin. Yeah. Snaggle, Mess.
God, there's like so many guys.
Ronnie Marshall.
Woo. Yeah, there's
I think honestly too, it was I think for me, and looking back, like we were both really fortunate to be exposed to such, just I don't know, just such amazing skateboarders.
Yeah. I really miss that.
Those guys were all like,
oh, they were killers, dude.
Yeah,
they would murder shit. But I think it was like,
it was amazing.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like I would skate when those guys were skating either. I would like sit back and watch.
Yeah, I was just sitting back, so that was it. And I would hide underneath the ramp until the show starts, because they would kick people out for shows at the grind. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, in West Sac.
Yeah, they would kick people out.
See, you're talking about West Sac, and my brain is like, is at Watt Avenue.
Yeah, Watt Avenue. Yeah, the Watt Avenue's not.
Yeah, my brain is like picturing that street course, the vert ramp. But yeah, I forgot they did shows. We skate. I mean, one of the funner times at the West Sac one was skating when I forget the name. I forget the name of the band, but the Beastie Boys band, the punk band.
I was. Oh, okay. I was there for Beastie Boys.
Quasar, not Quasar. I can't remember.
I don't remember. I can't remember yesterday.
Something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the grind was a spot.
My hunching. I think I feel like I slurched into this.
Yeah, we're good. Twin Towers.
Yes.
Any stories from the Twin Towers or skating there?
It seemed Matt Rodriguez switch ollie, right?
I think so.
Or switch 180, switch front 180.
And
I think he did both.
Yeah, I just remember the thing in the middle, the little vert thing in the middle. I was
thinking the gap.
The gap. Yeah, the gap too. Over
the thing in the middle. Didn't Joe front rocked it?
Yeah, Joe front rocked it.
I feel like Sam Cunningham did something on it way back in the day too. Maybe like dropped in on it.
Like early 90s.
Late 80s. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I might be wrong. In my brain, I have this picture of it. But yeah, Joe for sure on that thing. That spot was fun. It had the 3 stairs up, 3 stairs down. It has the big pyramid in the middle, the bar you could ollie over, and then the flat bar that kind of went out off the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good spot.
It tore out the big old thing in the middle of the pyramid. That kind of depressed me when I seen that. I was like, damn, man, that was a spot.
Yeah, it was cool.
I got kicked out a lot that spot. So when they had security, later on they had like security just sitting there waiting for people. I was like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, we
were super fortunate. I mean, like that spot.
Yeah.
Is a really amazing natural. Yeah. Just like we had so many good spots, street spots in Sac. I mean, and then right across the corner or whatever, the metal benches were they around? That was. I mean,
tore those out. They tore a lot of good.
I took every ounce of it for granted.
Yeah, that's true. Like you would skate it, but you didn't know that later on they're gonna tear out every single. Almost, dude. A lot of spots are fucking gone. That we don't have them anymore.
It's gonna last forever.
Yeah, it ain't gonna last forever, man.
It didn't last forever.
All right, so Plaza days.
Yeah.
This was from a request from Matt Rodriguez. Question.
So like I said, when like I would say easily from like 12 to maybe from my age, Matt I think is maybe a year older than me. 12 to like 15 or 16, we went downtown every day. And maybe a little different for Matt, because Matt turned pro really young. I mean, I think did Matt turn pro when he was 15? I don't know, he was young.
Yeah, he was really young. I just
and he started traveling and was kind of, but like those, those first, 3 or 4 years, like you go downtown, we meet up at Mountain Surf, and then we would go skate Plaza. You go skate Plaza. I don't know in that era if we were skating across the street. We were skating across the street at Wells Fargo, and then the Wu-Tang curves are probably a little later because Wu-Tang was a little later.
Yeah, that was later.
And
Wells Fargo was fun too.
And Twin and the metal benches and the Zit. But yeah, Plaza was like our spot. That was back in the day too, when you're like thirsty. You would go in and say what's up. You would walk into Plaza, into the building, say hi to the security guard, use the drinking fountain, use the bathroom, and then come back out and skate some more.
See, that's nice, dude. You don't have that shit no more.
But we had a solid crew. Like we had a really good crew of dudes.
Works into the X21 days.
And I was young. Like, I mean, when I first started going down there, I was like, I think I was wearing like gotcha sweatshirt, not gotcha swim trunks like the first time I went down.
Yeah.
And I forget, like maybe Jason Frost was giving me. Do you know Jason Frost?
No.
Jason Frost was like one of the dudes in our group, and kind of like one of the dudes I think like he he's probably 2 or 3 years older than me, but kind of like, I mean, when you're 12 or 13 and someone's 15 or 16, that's like a big difference.
So, huge difference.
Kind of took me under his wing a little bit.
Okay. Did he like teach you how to skate? Or
not teaching how to skate, but like, maybe don't wear gotcha swim trunks when you come down to the skate.
Like mentor your ass, dude, don't wear that shit because it's ugly as hell.
I can remember like, and you know, like we'd go skate, and then like, I know that you could skate Plaza, but there were other spots you couldn't. Like, I don't think you could skate Wells Fargo. And I remember like, I can remember being at Wells Fargo, running from the cops. Jay grabs me and we hide behind these bushes, and he kind of peeks out and he's like, "Don't worry, man. Light blue uniform. It's a rookie. We're all good." You know,
like he knew, knew the ropes.
I don't know if he knew or didn't know, but I felt like, you know, I was like, "Oh, okay."
You're like, I'm listening to this, dude. Fuck this. I'm quiet. So
running, you know, you'd run in and out of buildings, in one way, out the other, up an elevator.
I ran away from the horses, cop horses, because they were out there.
Yeah,
I hate those guys.
But this was like before like bike cops and all that stuff. So it would be, they would just be in their patrol cars. So you could just take a one way, you know. And
and they couldn't do shit, and then you'll let them leave and then come back. Again. Okay.
That was all pretty innocent.
And those shits were so waxed. God damn. Over waxed. Because I just remember the one in the middle, like, you know when you go up top and you had that one ledge that was in the middle? Yeah. That shit was so waxed, because I know people love to do blunt slides on that thing. And that shit was so waxed. I remember getting on that and like almost killing myself.
That was the best. I loved that spot.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the name of the ledges were across the street? Like if you were...
The ones that, okay, you go all the way across.
On L?
Yeah, on L.
They were like on the corner of L?
Yeah, they were like, there was maybe like 1, 2, 3, like 4 of them? 5 of them? The big ones?
No, it's like, no.
I'm trying to think.
They go down L. They might have, we were trying to figure out the name the other day.
Oh, okay. Were they round?
No.
Oh, okay. So I don't know which one.
I mean, you were talking, I can't remember. Whatever. Yeah, we had it, dude, it was the best.
We can't remember anything.
We had the best crew. I mean, it was like...
So how did the X21 days like start with you? Like, how'd you get on that and whatnot?
Well, I think Mountain Surf, I don't remember how X21 opened, but all of a sudden we were going to X21 and not Mountain Surf.
Okay, so you had a different spot to meet up at and...
Yeah, I don't know. I think we were a little bit older at this point, and X21 just became the shop we went to and started going to instead of Mountain Surf. I don't know what was going on in Mountain Surf that we weren't into it anymore. I don't remember. I was always
well, you guys maybe like, oh, maybe it's like too mainstream, or just didn't care, or just that X21 place was
I don't know. I'm always like, Mountain Surf was always, they always were really good to me, and I still have friends that worked there.
Oh, okay.
So I don't imagine I had a thought in my head that it was too mainstream. I think I probably just started going where all my friends were going.
Yeah, you like followed all your homies.
Yeah, that's my crew. That's who everyone is, you know.
X21. Hey, check it out. It's on YouTube still too. You got Jeff Landi part.
Don't check it out.
where he's running around.
Actually, don't check it out.
No, it was good. It was sick, dude.
But yeah, yeah, I mean, it's the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're gonna fast forward a little bit, and we're gonna get into like, how'd you get into like taking photos and all that stuff? And
photo stuff kind of came a little later, okay. but I mean, I think we always had point and shoots around, and we always had video cameras around.
Okay. And that,
I think
that got you into it?
Yeah, and it wasn't about like, and it wasn't like you're filming for, I mean, we just filmed each other because it was fun to film each other.
Yeah.
To a certain degree, right? Like, and that changed as like X21, the X21 days began happening, I think, you know, because people were getting, you know, Matt was obviously sponsored from a really young age and killing it and turning pro, so, and I think Rafter was probably a little bit more serious about filming than anybody, and would, you know, help out with some of those projects.
Well, I know that. I've seen his room. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And Domingo too, actually. Domingo.
I want to get Domingo on too.
Domingo really early was filming. Mike and Domingo probably the most. I'm sure there's somebody else, and someone will be bummed on me, but
it's like, you didn't mention me, you bastard.
I know for sure, but I have
memories.
I have memory. Like, I have significant memory issues.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I can't remember much.
He remembered this interview though.
It takes me a while to get a full formed thought out, and then well, completed a couple hours from now when we're off camera.
Yep. Need more coffee, and then yeah, I think it'll be straight more.
But so anyways, the cameras were always kind of around.
Okay.
I don't know that I was particularly good at filming, and I'm sure Mike and Domingos would say that I wasn't. I probably constantly had my wrist kind of, you know, cocked to the side with the fisheye. But photography was something I was interested in. I took, after I graduated high school, I took a class at Sac State. I hated it.
I hated it. It's like, so you just didn't like it at all, or is it just, it wasn't what you wanted to do? Like,
I just was like, I'm not very good at this, and I don't think I like it. Like, although, you know, that whole story everybody has of the, like, started shooting photos in a certain era, the first time they saw, you know, their print come alive in the developer or whatever. I do have that. Okay. Like, I did think it, and then fast forward a little bit, and I moved to San Francisco to go to school and to skateboard and, you know, whatever. And I took another photo class, and then I was introduced to some other people, and
it was more fun for you?
It was
maybe
more fun.
In SF?
Yeah, and kind of like I kind of maybe started to. I was just introduced to a broader perspective on it.
So it like opened your eyes to better things that you could feed off of or whatnot.
Kind of, yeah, and it just grew from there.
Oh, nice. Now he has his own spot, and we thank him because we're at his spot right now, jefflandy.com.
Yeah.
It's his spot. This is awesome, man. You got Matt right up here. You can't really see it because of the camera, but yeah, that's awesome. So how is it working with, like, because you've done multiple photos, man, of like really like top people and whatnot, like Girl and, you know, Crail Tap. I saw you on so many magazines and your photos and whatnot. How was that feeling when you first got your stuff into like magazines?
Oh, it's amazing.
Was it amazing?
Yeah.
Like the first, what was your first like photo you got like in a magazine where you're like, oh fuck, that's my shit?
Well, the first magazine is probably Heckler.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Heckler is the first magazine that I had any photos that I shot in.
Okay.
And then, like, as far as, you know, like bigger publications, Slap.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
You went from there. Yeah, you did DeMarcus Cousins too, right?
Yeah. Shot with him a couple times. Yeah,
it's amazing what he's done for Sacramento and everything. It's just, he blew it off. He blew it up, man, for real. He's like, no. He's like, I'm still trying.
But I have shot a lot with, you know, definitely documented a lot of skateboarding here.
And Girl Skateboards and Look Hard, Official.
Yeah.
There's so many. I'm trying to name all of them. I'm trying to read it up on here.
I mean, I mean, Sacramento has produced a lot of amazing skateboarders, and I've just been around to photograph them. I mean, that's really all it is.
Yeah, it's amazing though, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's not totally all it is, but mostly, you know, because I mean,
that's about it. Huh?
I mean, I grew up skating with like Matt Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Yeah, it don't, man. I grew up with Matt too, and just bugging his ass for boards. So.
And really, our whole crew, man, from that generation, and even later with X21, but from the Mountain Surf crew and the X21 crew, like, was just like so many just really good skateboarders, you know, like
classic, well, probably the best I've ever seen in Sacramento wise. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, just fortunate to grow up around a lot of people that just loved skateboarding, really, you know. Yeah,
it's amazing, man.
I mean, really,
it's dope as fuck.
I feel like I've been talking about this a lot lately. But like, yeah, I feel, I mean, I know it's like, you know, I'm ready about prime for a midlife crisis, and, you know, you get a little emotional in your old age.
Start crying because it's not my life. You know, I want to do better things.
I feel like really, like, I love skateboarding, and I feel really, really privileged to have been around so many amazing people and that also love skating.
Yeah, because when I
grew up here.
Yeah, when I tell people who I saw and whatnot, and they were just like, why you never took advantage of that?
Yeah. Like
knowing these people, I was like, when you're a little kid, I don't know. To me, I didn't think like that. I was skating and I was just amazed just to see skating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like prideful just to see it. Like these guys it's on some other shit. I want to be like that though. I want to skate like that, but you know.
I mean, the grind too, like watching, And like just, I was gonna say, like here, you know, I don't know what I was gonna say now. I can't remember.
You forgot.
No,
we're done. No.
Like it's not so much about like it's like everybody that grew up skateboarding and had a tight knit crew. We all know people that like were talented enough, you know, to be in the industry or whatever, and this, that, and the other. But it's not really like, for me, it's not. That's not really what I'm talking about. Like I just like, and there were tons of people that for this reason or that reason, you know, maybe got boards or got this or the other, but didn't, you know, really become like full-fledged professional skateboarders.
Like pursue it.
But I feel like I grew up around so many people that could have, you know, just through Mountain Surf, the crew at Mountain Surf, the crew at the Grind, like talking back to the early like Watt Avenue days, and a lot of people came out of those places. But there are so many people.
Did some of the people
maybe
get into like different stuff like drugs or some stupid shit that they just fell off?
I don't really know any about that. I think I maybe some for some people, but I think I think life happens, and I think also like your intention changes. Like not like, you know, so much of that stuff is like, I don't know, kind of bullshit on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
And I think some people realize that really early on, like it's not all about this thing, and they kind of take a different path, right? But like, just like the ability and style and just like the love for skating that so many people that I grew up around had, and just kind of like the generosity and all that is maybe like the wrong word, but like just like the strong, we just have like, I don't know, I just feel like skateboarding has been strong in Sacramento for so much of my life, and
it's still strong.
I just feel like really privileged, you know, to have been a part of, to skateboard in that environment, you know, and to be around people in that environment, like
that era,
all the other
ridiculous
BS, you know, kind of aside like that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably
it was the good years. Put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, the years now are great.
Oh yeah, amazing.
But I'm not growing up in them, so it's different.
We're just old now, and we're just trying to reminisce on the good days.
But I mean, it's like the most. I would love Sacramento. I'd probably never leave it.
Yeah, I love Sacramento
because of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Amazing people, amazing skateboarders from all the two skate shops here now. Are amazing, man, and they're putting it out there, especially PLA.
Yeah, PLA is amazing. All that they have going on is great, you know, and I mean everybody involved with that crew, and you know, like there's just so much amazing skateboarding going on. Everybody at Boulevard too, and like that whole scene and that shop is great too. Like,
yeah, it's amazing for both.
I mean, I think. I mean, and everybody knows this, but I think for both of those shops, what really rings true to me is that it's, you know, no one owns a skate shop to make money.
Yeah.
It's probably more of a headache than anything on a lot of levels.
Oh, for sure. Oh, especially nowadays, it's different.
It's really a labor of love, you know? And to me, that's, I just, you know, I really appreciate that. And,
it's just Sacramento. It's a small knit of people, and especially if you know people in Sacramento. Like if you know one person, you're gonna maybe know like 3 or 4.
Right.
Because it's still smaller down here in Sac. It is getting bigger because of the Bay Area, and a lot of people coming from the Bay Area to here because it's expensive as fuck. But coming down here, you know, some skaters are venture off to Sacramento and hitting up Mather a lot, and just you're getting a lot of, I think, just a lot of mixture of more people here now in Sacramento.
It's a trip how many skate parks there are and that kind of thing.
Yeah, the skate parks.
It's a trip too how many like just, I don't know, whatever, like kind of stunty famous skate spots we have that it's attracted a lot of people for those two things. What did everybody else talk about? What's that? Because I haven't listened to any of these things.
No, yeah,
like can we listen to like Rafters or Matt's?
Yeah, we can do that.
And then I'll just like, can I like do my verbal editorial notes on
like
their stories?
Yeah, do like a part.
Because I haven't really told a story.
Yeah, but you
just
have
talked
today.
about Ealing's.
I know you have today though. This is amazing. So I love this shit. I think I said amazing like a million times. But anyways,
what else you got?
Hey, from Rafter. Question from Mike Rafter. Yeah. Shout out again to Mike. He said black Camaro and drove us around all over the place.
It wasn't black.
It wasn't black?
No.
What color was it?
It was like a blue-green.
Okay.
It kind of like changed colors in the light.
And you just drove everybody to skate spots, or what year was that?
It was, well, I mean, it's probably like 95-ish.
Ooh, 95, okay.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, yeah, we had a car. Dude, we would like, I mean, because those guys were all hooked up, right? Like Rafter and Beeble was in the mix at this point. And Beeble's all hooked up. And I can remember, like, I remember. I need a new phrase.
That's good though, you can remember.
I can't though, really. But we used to drive back and forth to Southern California a lot. There was, we had a good group of friends in San Diego as well. So we would make these trips back and forth to San Diego all the time, just little skate missions.
Oh, okay. That's
and we had 5 people in a 4-seater Camaro with gear for the week, and we hit like,
holy shit.
I mean, I'm not gonna name where we went, I don't think, but like, you know, like wherever they got free boards and stuff from, just loaded to the brim, just decks, like, you know, like Brandon sitting on the hump in the back seat, he's 12 or something.
He's a little dude then.
And just boards like thigh to ceiling, you know?
Hey, but you got the spots.
And wheels and bearings and like the whole nine. Like, we used to, I know that maybe once or twice, maybe more, we would stop in, Mike had relatives that lived in Visalia or Fresno or something like that, and we would stop halfway, which to me now is a trip, because I would never in a million years stop on that drive. Like, I would just, you know, just get there. But we would stop and spend the night and do half the drive in one day, you know, one day and do the other half the second day.
That's dope.
In that Camaro.
In the marrow. Someone
had like, yeah, just CDs. Like, remember like CDs?
God. Yeah.
This was the CD era. Yeah, it had a CD player. It wasn't tapes. Yeah, just crazy stories. Mike had some crazy, like his dad, his uncle, or whoever it was was like a prison guard somewhere. Had some crazy stories. Yeah, but no, yeah, we would drive around in that. Mike had a car too. He act like he didn't have a car.
Oh, okay.
Like, I for sure he had a car. I think. Like, I don't know. I don't even remember what it looked like.
Was it like a bucket or?
No.
No, it was a good car.
I think Matt moved away. I think Matt moved to Hawaii for a little while, and then he moved back. And I think he might have the same car that he had back then, like one of those two. Like, he had the big van, and then he has whatever the big sedan type car that he drives around. You know, what is that car?
I don't know what the hell it's called.
Old school?
Yeah, it's old school.
Yeah, like the 2 old school cars, same color. I don't have any good Camaro stories.
That was it. That was the end of the Camaros.
Yeah.
But okay, so what are your?
But we would all cram in it. My better story is we had my friend Jeremy. I'm trying to pronounce it right because he gave me shit a couple years ago. Like, you've been calling me Jeremy my whole life. I'm not a germ. I'm Jeremy.
Jeremy. I like.
He had this van with these speakers, like just big house speakers. Like, I don't know. I don't think people buy these anymore, but you know, like these big, like, you know, 1.5 by 3 foot by 1.5 big speakers, and maybe it was a couch in the back, like a big van.
Yeah.
2 seats in the front, and maybe there was a couch in the back with these house speakers wired into the stereo system.
So it was hella loud to be slapped.
Yeah, just cruising around. Like, I remember distinctly, like, driving from like downtown area out to Sylvan Elementary. Do you remember that? I think it was an elementary school. Now it's a set of stairs that everybody skates and some other things, but they were banks that you could, you know, blast out of kind of thing, or do tricks on. There's a flat bar out front, and I can distinctly remember being in this van, sitting in the back as a little kid, and he's just driving down the road, and we're blasting Gangstar on these big house speakers in the back of his van.
Gangstar.
He probably had the
classic.
Like, no cell phones, right? Like, I was probably like 13 or 14. Like, borrow a quarter from somebody, call my mom. I said, okay, if I go with Jeremy to.
So that means your mom knew him then.
She kind of knew people.
Oh, kind of.
It was kind of like you have your bus pass and your skateboard, and be home by.
Oh, okay.
9 or 10. Like when I would take light rail out to the Watt Avenue grind, and I want to say the last light rail train left at like 9:05 or something. I don't remember back then. But I knew like within like 7 minutes of the last train, I needed to be leaving the park, and then you just push down the street, and there was like a little cut through across the on ramp, and then you
the
get down
on-ramp,
to the light rail.
Get down to the light rail and take it.
But that's what he did. He just lives on the light rail and bus and skate downtown every day.
That's what I did. The light rail was right across the street from my house. I lived over by Arden Fair Mall. So I was right there by the Harley Davidson place over there on Arden. I lived right there for like 20 years, and then I would skate across the street, and then I'll go, hey, take the light rail, go downtown. Boom.
Yeah.
Easy access to skate.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did from 12 until the Camaro.
So what are your now? We're gonna skip to nowadays. What is your future endeavors now?
Future endeavors now?
Yeah, now.
I don't know.
Like,
man.
what do you
waiting
want
for somebody to tell me?
Waiting for someone to be like, hey, this is what you got to do, man.
I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea.
You just
I still am working as a photographer, and do a lot of freelance photo work, and still skateboard and shoot photos of skateboarding, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Check out his website too. I said it maybe 20 minutes ago.
For better or for worse. Maybe like Instagram model photographer. I might go for that.
Yeah, there you go. Instagram, Jeff Landi.
Pick up go hit Costco, go get a fucking hard drive and a memory card.
There you go.
Maybe a camera. I'm sorry. So and then just get start an Instagram. You got any names for me? Like an Instagram account? Just to get a new persona.
No.
Social media.
Anyways, any advice you would give to kids now that's getting into skateboarding or getting into, taking pictures and whatnot in skateboarding?
To take photos in skateboarding?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one. Because there's so much less, I don't know. I would say figure out a way to make an opportunity for yourself and then tell me how to do it, because I have no fucking clue right now.
He's actually a freelancer.
Yeah. I don't think that there are less opportunities. I do think that the opportunities are just different,
Okay.
And I think it's maybe a little harder to make a living than it was at it than when I was coming up. But I also think too, there's a lot of different avenues you can take to get your photography seen now in a way that you weren't able to before.
Social media wise,
it's so much more accessible. It's so much easier to present. It's just how do you stand out from the noise? Like I'm making the joke about the social media, fashion photographer.
That's real.
And it's real. Like I don't mean it in a bitter way. Like I genuinely don't. Like I don't like it doesn't affect me in any way. But how do you stand out from that, and figuring out how you stand out from that is really important. I also think I'm spending a lot of time not looking in the camera.
Dude, it's okay. I'm looking over here sideways. It's following you though.
I know,
not following me.
I can see the little focus tracking. It is like like figuring out what your intentions are. I think intention and process, being in love with what you do for the sake of being in love, for the sake of what you're in love with. I mean, doing what you do. I just fumbled that quote like crazy.
That was awesome.
But you do what you're in love with, and let that be the reward, and then let the chips fall where they may. I
just look at it like what everyone always says. A lot of people say
like you're doing this podcast because you love it. Like that's what people should do, man.
Yeah, should do shit.
I think people should do things based in and what they love and with intention.
Yeah.
And not necessarily based on the reward of it.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about rewards.
Yeah, and then
I love to do it.
And then let the kind of chips fall where they may. There are people that would say differently, but I think that's where you find happiness. I don't think
I do for sure, man.
But I don't know. Career-wise, it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I would think so for sure. I don't think it's easy. Yeah. If it was fucking easy, everyone would do it.
It depends on what you like too, man. Like, I mean, I know there's like, it's just like social media fucking entrepreneurial world out there right now. But like, the bitter old 90s skateboarder in myself is like, fuck that. Like, fuck you. You know? I think it's so, I think so much.
No, because
it's like so much of it is so cool.
Yeah, I look at it too like this. Like, if you want to do something, I don't, like everyone always says, don't listen to all the people that say you can't do it or whatnot. I hate that shit. Totally. Or the haters. You know, people just hating on you because you're doing something positive. Like what I'm doing now. I've already got 40 to 50 emails. People saying, why you, stop it, it's stupid, why are you doing this? Are you trying to get famous? Really, dude? I was like, this is nothing. Well, what the fuck? I'm just doing it for fun. And those people don't, I don't know who they are. I don't look at their names or their emails. I delete everything.
Yeah. I'm pretty sensitive, so nobody say anything mean, because might hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But it doesn't. People talk shit and hate no matter what. Yeah. Good or bad. People talk shit on things that are really good all the time.
That's true.
Some of it's probably well deserved too, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's why I say like, and I also think too, like you know, going back to the advice of a photographer, like if you were trying to be a photographer, do photography. But I think in anything, like, you have to be confident and you have to be able to weather all of that, because it's so much more, it's easy to talk shit on somebody, so everybody does it.
It does, it's easy. Hating is like so easy to do.
Which incidentally everybody has always done, you just, now it's just easier to hear it if you want to listen.
Especially social media.
But I don't think, I mean, it doesn't, whatever, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
No, for real, like I think like you do what you love, and like, and I think as long as you're true to yourself, and maybe yourself includes your friends and your family and where you come from. But as long as you're true and honest to that, like, fuck everybody else.
Yeah, just keep it going. Keep it going.
You run into it all the time, like I mean, but I think part of that comes from like growing up skateboarding downtown and getting made fun of for wearing the wrong fucking clothes, and like learning to get like weathering some critique.
Well, I weathered that
and learning to grow from it
in the 90s. Yeah, because I went to a high school, and it was it was sports high school, mainly sports. I played sports, but I would bring my skateboard to school. Yeah, and people would be like, "What the fuck, Nate? What are you doing with your life?"
Yeah,
and I'd be like, "That's a part of it. That's just." It's one of those things where
I think you gotta even like if you're talking with the podcast and like people commenting on social, that dude just rolled his ankle walking off the curb.
Really?
If you take what you need from it, you take what you can learn from it, accept it, and then fuck the rest of it. The interesting thing about the high school sports thing is like I found skateboarding. I loved skateboarding. And like I kind of, at 12, 13, it's like, this is what I'm doing, fuck high school sports. And it was because of like that competitiveness and just the jockey bullshit this now. Now I have little kids, right? And like I'm a little league coach for my daughter's league game.
That's awesome.
But for me, it's like, wait a minute, like baseball's actually pretty fun if you're not a fucking asshole.
Yeah, or a douchebag, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like, and I don't know, and I don't know.
You just have a different outlook on stuff now, because
it's fun. Yeah. It's not, and it doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be lame, and like so many people, like, and it kind of goes back to that critique thing, letting people tell you how to feel because they want, they feel this way or that way.
Yeah, who gives a shit about them? I hate that. So I even told Matt about this situation and stuff that,
like, you want to fucking get a pizza, a pitcher of beer, go play some softball, I'm down.
That's cool. So any advice?
I'm like 50% kidding.
Okay, but any shout outs and to anybody? Any stuff you want to give thanks to? My skateboard. I love my skateboard.
I mean, I think in general I'm thankful for, I just don't want to list. If you list people, man, I want to leave so many people out.
Yeah.
I'm curious though. Like I want to like know what other people talked about, what other people's stories.
We're going to do a whole thing where he's just watching so we can critique it.
Well, no, I feel like I need to watch some of these stories and they jog your memory.
That's true.
No,
they will.
Yeah.
Let's see if you watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Well, maybe. Could we watch it in spurts? Like, how long is this going to be? Is this going to be 45 minutes?
Yeah, maybe. Something like that. but I'd like to thank Jeff Landi for being on the show, man. It's amazing. It's a blessing. This has been fun. Maybe we'll do a part 2 later on. I'm doing some other stuff. But I'd like to thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity.
All right. I'd like to thank all the people that support my show, my little itty bitty show. S. LaBoom, Maddie, American Cream Company, Willie Santos, Willie's Workshop, and the Inman and Boulevard Skate Shop, and that's it, man.
Have you interviewed anybody from the Inman?
I will. I'm trying
to get on that.
I know.
Fucking,
yeah, I know. There's a lot
I need to be like 80th on the list compared to some of those guys.
It's all good. But yeah, that's about it, man. And
what else are you thinking?
That's all I'm thinking.
I'm looking at your notes.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this is all the stuff. Hey, don't read this. But
oh, Sutter, yeah. Sutter is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Still such good flat. Sutter's so fun to skate in the ring.
Sutter's best.
We should go skate right now. You go skate some flat.
I'm down. Oh, I gotta do another one. Oh, yeah.
There's that other school too that has the same ledges, but it's out like, I think it's Rosemont. Maybe it's in Rosemont. It's the same cement, same ledges, everything. A little bit different sizes.
Well, hit me up.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we're out of here. Thank you to Jeff Landi. Go to jefflandi.com. Check it out. Hit him up. Contact him. That's it. We out of here. Yeah. Peace.
Fucking take your newborn photo.